Welcome back to your daily news recap, where we break down the biggest stories you need to know fast. We've got a lot to cover today, from North Korean troops withdrawing from Ukraine to Trump's latest executive order, and even a major AI breakthrough out of China. Let's jump right in. World news. North Korean troops withdraw. We start with an update from the battlefield in Ukraine. According to Ukrainian military sources, North Korean troops fighting alongside Russian forces in the Kursk region have pulled back from at least one section of the front line. For context, South Korean intelligence estimated last fall that North Korea deployed about 12,000 troops to Russia, supplying Moscow with artillery and equipment in exchange for technological support, especially for their ballistic missile and space programs. Western officials have warned that this partnership could dangerously accelerate North Korea's weapons development. Now, the latest reports indicate that these troops have suffered heavy casualties. Ukrainian officials estimate around 1,000 killed and thousands more wounded. Analysts believe the withdrawal is temporary, likely to regroup after severe losses. Another challenge? North Korean tactics appear outdated, with reports of infantry charges involving 20 to 60 soldiers at a time, making them easy targets for Ukraine's artillery and drones. Videos from the battlefield also show extreme levels of indoctrination among North Korean troops, some of whom have taken their own lives rather than surrender. Trump's executive order on Guantanamo Bay. Former President Donald Trump is making headlines after announcing his intention to sign an executive order directing the Pentagon and DHS to house certain illegal immigrants at Guantanamo Bay. Trump described the detainees as the worst criminal illegal aliens threatening the American people. Guantanamo Bay, originally established after September 11 to hold terrorism suspects, has been controversial due to human rights concerns, indefinite detentions, and reports of harsh interrogations. Despite calls to close it, the U.S. spends over $540 million annually to operate the facility, which currently holds fewer than 30 detainees. Now, Trump is proposing to repurpose the facility for immigration enforcement, an unprecedented move likely to face legal and political challenges. F-35 crash in Alaska. Next, an F-35A fighter jet assigned to the U.S. Air Force's 354th Fighter Wing crashed near Eielson Air Force Base in Alaska. The pilot safely ejected and is being treated at Bassett Army Hospital. Officials say the jet was participating in a training exercise when the crash occurred. The Air Force is urging the public to avoid stopping on nearby highways, which offer a clear view of the crash site, citing safety and federal photography restrictions. More details to come as the investigation unfolds. Senator Kennedy on China's AI breakthrough. Senator John Kennedy took to the Senate floor today, slamming the U.S. government for lagging behind China in artificial intelligence development. The reason? A Chinese startup, DeepSeek, has just unveiled an advanced AI model for just $5.60 million, while American companies like OpenAI and Meta have spent billions to achieve similar results. This has been called a Sputnik moment for AI. Some worry that China is proving AI dominance is possible with far less investment, raising concerns about whether U.S. tax dollars are being used effectively, especially after the $280 billion CHIPS and Science Act aimed at boosting U.S. semiconductor and AI development. San Francisco doubles down on sanctuary status. In response to recent IC operations in San Francisco, city leaders, including Mayor Daniel Lurie and City Attorney David Chiu, held a press conference reaffirming their commitment to maintaining sanctuary city policies. Local unions say these federal raids have sparked widespread fear among undocumented workers, with some staying home from their jobs. City officials have even hinted at potential legal action against the Trump administration over these actions. White House responds to ICE raids. On the topic of immigration, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt responded to concerns about ICE's recent operations. Since Trump took office, there's been confusion about whether ICE is targeting violent criminals or undocumented immigrants more broadly. According to NBC, nearly half of the 1,179 people ICE detained on Sunday had no prior criminal record beyond their immigration status. Levitt doubled down, saying Trump's focus is on launching the largest mass deportation operation in American history. Senator Schmidt warns about China and Panama Canal. Senator Eric Schmidt is raising alarms about China's growing influence over critical U.S. infrastructure, particularly in the Panama Canal. He argues that China could cripple the U.S. economy by leveraging its control of ports and strategic waterways. His warning? If China were to invade Taiwan, it could slow America's response by shutting down two key ports in the Panama Canal that it operates. He also highlighted concerns about 80% of cargo cranes in the U.S. being sourced from China, raising fears that they could be remotely sabotaged. Trump announces new tariffs on chips and pharma. Finally, President Trump has announced plans to impose tariffs on foreign-made semiconductors, computer chips, and pharmaceutical ingredients. Trump specifically pointed to Taiwan's dominance in chip production, saying, "We want them to come back." Currently, 68% of the active pharmaceutical ingredients used in U.S. medications are sourced from foreign suppliers, primarily China and India. The new tariffs could have major implications for drug prices and the tech industry moving forward. That's your news recap for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss tomorrow's update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.